Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and I'm your host, Mitchell Renz. I got the latest NFL, Raiders news and rumors. Great start today on the Raiders Report for Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. Let's get into some rumors, shall we? Got to get out of here. Isaiah Johnson, is he playing on Thursday Night Football? How many Chucky Heads you guys giving this one? 0, 1, 2, 3? I'll make it easy for you. It's 4. 4 Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. I'm ecstatic that we finally get to see our rookie, who some deemed as actually the steal of the entire NFL draft, playing this week going up against the Chargers. So for those of you that don't know, he was activated over the weekend. He sustained a fractured orbital bone below his right eye, and that's why he wasn't able to play. He was asked earlier in the year, like, man, what's going on with you? And he said, I have a lot of pain going underneath my right eye, and I can't really see. I don't know about you. Seeing? It's important. So, this is the thing. The reason why I wanted to put this in the show is because a lot of people were like, Mitch, where was Brandon Marshall? Is Brandon Marshall going to play this week? No. The fact that the Raiders activated Isaiah Johnson means Brandon Marshall is released again. So, throw some agains in the comments section. But this is what our depth chart now is going to look like at the defensive back. And we all agree, I would say our biggest weakness right now is the depth chart here for the secondary. Worley, Trayvon Mullen didn't play all that great this past week. Now, Worley did have a great interception, but ultimately you're going to be able to find a little bit more depth, which I think is a big thing that the Oakland Raiders need, especially on defense. Let's continue to grow the fam. I want to get to 35K subscribers by December. So if you're already subscribed, type sub in the comments section. So I'll give some shout outs to some of the people that are already subscribed here on the Oakland Raiders Report, and take the link below, youtube.com/Raiders Report, and send it to your friends. I met so many people who say they watch me every day, but they're not subscribed because they're not logged in. All you got to do to log in is literally just join or log into your Google account. Really simple, youtube.com/Raiders Report. All right, I'll give you some shout outs here. Clint Curry, Crazy Raider, Cesar Cortez, Julio, Manuel, appreciate you guys. Send it to your friends. Now, we got this super chat coming in from Jake Bishop. Also, this is Australian dollars, $2.99. Shout out to the team here at Chat Sports. For every $1, that's 69 cents in Australian dollars, which is hella nice. So are we starting to believe in Arden Key? Well, Jake, I would have said yes, because the last 2 games for Arden Key, he's actually played pretty solid. So 3 tackles, but it's the 2 sacks, 2 quarterback hits, 2 tackles for loss. Realistically, he should have 3 sacks because, well, the Texans, they flat out missed a hold call on Arden Key that would have sacked Deshaun Watson, and then therefore, well, we would have probably won that football game. But the issue is around Arden Key. This was for Chucky Heads. He's done for the season. Now, it's not, I guess, official because he wants to get a second opinion, but Arden Key broke his foot this past week going up against the Lions, and it's frustrating because what have we always said about Arden Key? The upside. And I feel like he was finally starting to kind of get it. And then all of a sudden, broken foot, and now he's likely done for the year. He is, like I said, getting a second opinion on an injury. But first opinion, second opinion, I just feel like it's going to be like, Arden, it's broken. And that's just kind of how it is. So, frustrating to see that for Arden Key. Also, greatly appreciate the super chat there, my man. So, this is what the Raiders are going to be working with now in the defensive line. Arden Key, he is injured, but look for Benson Mayowa, 5.5 sacks. Max Crosby also played over 80% of the snaps 2 weeks in a row. Hankins, P.J. Hall have been playing great. My man Mo Hurst has been clogging up the middle. Cleveland, you're going to see Cleveland here in a little bit because my man deserves a little bit more love. So who wants a shout out? Do you want a shout out? Go follow me on Instagram at MitchellRenz365. I want to get to 10,000 subscribers. That way I can do followers. That way I can do like swipe ups, and that way I can put more videos out there for everyone on Instagram and do a little bit more giveaways. So currently I'm at 9,344. The other reason why I want you guys to follow me on Instagram is because we can get to know each other a lot better. So I was at the game this past weekend, and it was absolutely insane the amount of people that I met. Had a good time. Also, once I hit 100K subscribers, that guy on screen right there, he's going to do my tattoo. So, I also got to meet a few other people here, and I want you, if you took a picture with me this weekend, to DM me on Instagram at MitchellRenz365. Also, a big shout out to my man Eric D76 hooking me up with the ticket there. Appreciate you, my man. Shout out to the League of Bandits. A lot of drinks, a lot of good times flowing. Appreciate you guys. Hit me up, though, on IG if we took a picture together. All right, let's get back into some rumors. Clelin Ferrell deserves more love? How many Chucky heads? 2? 1? This one's 3 Chucky heads, and I think it's pretty likely. I wanted to be able to give this one 4 Chucky heads. However, I just don't think we're quite there yet for Clelin Ferrell deserving more love. Now, he's been called a bust by multiple people, and that's not fair. He just has not played in enough NFL games. Paul Gutierrez of ESPN said he's doing more than meets the eye. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take a deep dive in what exactly he was talking about. So Ferrell has played in 322 snaps. The only first-round rookie that plays defensive end that's played in more snaps than Clelin Ferrell is Josh Allen. Now, I was very high on Josh Allen, who has 7 sacks and who has looked very good. But Clelin Ferrell had his best game versus the Lions this past week, okay? Some optimism. 4 tackles, 3 solo, 1 assist. Yes, he still hasn't yet to get a sack. But the stat that I really want to get to is the reason why we went out and got Clelin is because he can do a lot of different things. And he is doing a lot of different things for the Raiders. So sure, he isn't racking up these sacks. But look at these snaps by position. You're asking a rookie to literally come in right away and essentially play 4 different positions. Heck, he's also played linebacker because that's what the Raiders have needed. So what you're seeing on screen, he's played 30 snaps at left defensive end, 19 snaps at left defensive tackle, 53 at right defensive tackle, and then 217 at right defensive end. We are asking Clelin Ferrell to do a lot of different things. And I think he had his best game going up against the Lions this past week. And I'm telling y'all right now, Cleveland's about to turn it on really quick. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm trying to turn on a new car because my car is running out of juice. And if you're like me and you need a new car, message me car on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. So our new sponsor, BMW of Santa Maria, man, they got some awesome deals. And if you watch the Raiders report, they're going to hook you guys up. So you got to message me on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365 if you need a new car, if you're just looking for a new car. Then also the website's down there below. It's bmwsm.com. I'll also throw it in the comments section below. So if you need a car, slide in those DMs. Let's go. More rumors. I need a drink. I'm going fast here. BMW Santa Maria. Talking fast. All good here. I appreciate everyone who's watching us live. Over 400. So Trent Brown, Daryl Worley, and Rodney Hudson. Are they going to play versus the Chargers this week? I saw some people saying, Mitch, there's a lot of different injuries going on. So I'm going to put all these guys into one category, and I'm going to give them all 2 Chucky heads. People are talking. I'm not quite sure if all 3 of these guys are going to be able to play. If this game was on Sunday, I'd be a lot more confident. So all were limited today at practice. Now I say that, and I'm going to say this also, that today was an easy practice walkthrough, no pads, no helmet. So the fact that Trent Brown's dealing with the knee, the fact that Rodney Hudson's dealing with that ankle, and Daryl Worley, I've seen he's got a hamstring, I've seen that he's got the ankle, I've seen that he's got an Achilles. I'm going to go off what's on the practice report, so that says ankle. But all, according to reports, do have a chance to play Week 10, which is good news because we're going to need all 3 of those guys if we really want to stick it to the Chargers. So let me know in the comments section, out of those 3 players, who you think's the most likely. I still think that Rodney Hudson is the least likely to play. So this is right now the offensive line depth chart for the Raiders. The center, Rodney Hudson, you're going to look for Andre James to fill in again, who, between you and me, I actually thought played pretty well this past week. Sharp needs to, sharpen up his tools a little bit. But also, I think you look at Colton Miller, Richie Incognito, really paving the way there for Josh Jacobs, and also Gabe Jackson. So if Worley isn't able to play, I might argue this might be a little bit bigger of a loss considering the fact that our defense has been so poor thus far in the season. Now, Trayvon Mullen had a good first start. This past game against the Lions, Matthew Stafford goes for 406 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ultimately, not very good. So Daryl, I'm hoping you can play, but I also think Worley is the most likely to play out of all 3 players that are questionable. So I want you guys to set a reminder. So we're going to do a watch party, all right? We've been doing well on the show. We've hit a lot of subscribers, and I appreciate y'all very much. So set a reminder. So Thursday, November 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be live. We're going to do a watch party for Raiders versus the Chargers. So make sure you set a reminder, turn on your notifications, so you know exactly when I go live. It's going to be a hell of a time. So also, if you're over 21, get a beer. Also, then coming up here in a little bit, we're going to do a live Thursday Night Football Q&A. So normally I do Raiders. Now, use hashtag TNF. Thursday Night Football. We're getting creative here to have your questions featured live on the show. Okay, so if you want to get featured on the first Q&A, you have to use hashtag TNF to get on the show. So Raiders versus Chargers right now is a game that you need to go to BetDSI and bet on the Raiders. On BetDSI, the Raiders are 1-point underdogs. This season, the Raiders have been underdogs in 8 of 9 games, and we are 4-4. We are proving people wrong, shutting up the people over on BetDSI, right? Now, they've hooked us up with an unbelievable offer, but go show BetDSI the nation. Go show them that we're proud, and go put your money where your mouth is. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. Raiders, 16th best team in the NFL. This one's according to Chat Sports, so I'm looking around here in the studio. It wasn't mine. This one, though, is only one Chucky head, and I think it's a small shred of truth. Yes, I was a part of the consensus power rankings here at Chat Sports, but the Raiders were not ranked 16th in my power rankings. Between you and me, and I think we can all agree, it was too low. If you guys think it's too low, hell, type too low in the comments section. The Raiders didn't play a single game in Oakland from week 3 to week 8. We had a very, very tough schedule. We traveled more than any other team during that time, and it's not even close. And we're coming out at 4-4. Plus, the entire time we were so banged up with injuries. We are a 4-4 football team, and our next half of the season gets a lot easier. So the fact that we're only 16th, behind the Cowboys, behind the Eagles, behind the Colts who we beat, that's why I gave it one Chucky head. And I think the Raiders are going to the playoffs. I've said it multiple times, and I'm going to stick with it. This is a playoff caliber football team, and we're starting to play our best right now. So how many Chucky heads for the Raiders making the playoffs? I want you to throw it in the comments section. So Tuck Rule, Tuck You, 1, 2, 3, or 4. I want to see some 4s in the comments. I guess I'll be okay for 3, but let's get some 4s in there. All right, so Tommy Powell, Raider JB, James Lee. Oh, now they're rolling in. Luca, I don't know who Luca is, but you can go Tuck yourself. 3.5 Chucky heads, okay, I appreciate you. Type some 4s in the comments section because the Raiders, they're making the playoffs. That one's 4 Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. Let's go to my last rumor on today's show. Derek Carr, is he going to be a Raider in 2020? How many Chucky heads are you going to give this one? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many Chucky heads for Derek Carr being a Raider in 2020? Yep. Seeing a lot of 4s. And you know what? I saw a 5, and I wish I could give it 5 Chucky heads. Give it 5 Mayock legs. Shout out to Samoa. No, 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby. Derek Carr, we're about to see. We've already seen it, and I'm already going to just push it away. The Raiders are not moving on from Derek Carr at quarterback. He's been good this season. We've already seen off-season rumors around the Raiders moving on from Carr. No. We've already seen mock drafts about the Raiders drafting another quarterback. Heck, Jalen Hurts. No. Carr is leading this team, and he's been playing well. Like, I love Darren Waller, but Darren Waller was a no-name tight end. Tyrell Williams was not a wide receiver 1. You have a lot of other players there like Foss Moreau. He's a rookie. Zay Jones, the Bills didn't want him. Derek Carr is doing his absolute best with literally anything that we give him. Plus, an offensive line that's been super banged up. I mean, this is halfway through the season. If I would have told you that Derek Carr is going to throw for 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions without Antonio Brown, I don't know if you guys would have believed me. Plus completion percentage, he's literally on pace to have one of the best completion percentage in NFL history. Derek is doing all of this with realistically nobody from last year. His top receiving options from last year were Jordy Nelson and Jalen Richard. Derek continues to show that he's leading this team. He's a leader. And you know what? Do you believe in Derek Carr? Y'all better type Y for yes. Like, I know there's a lot of haters out there on Derek. Yes, he's not going to light up the stat sheet every single day. But Derek has done so much for this team, so much for this organization this year and even last year that I actually I'm starting to get ticked off when people are starting to say that Derek's not a good quarterback. Like when Ed Reed has the audacity to say that he's trash and that Colin Kaepernick is better than Derek Carr, that's just mind-blowing to me. That just goes to show that you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. So do you believe in Derek Carr? Type Y for yes. Don't even type N for no, because I just want nothing to do with it whatsoever. So do you believe in Derek Carr? Type Y for yes, or type N for no. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors, and look at this. I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.